I guess a better question, if one of us died, what would happen to us? If you were to drop dead right now, would me and you carry on, or how would this... Would we try for a couple times? And
Let's start a new podcast.
What would we call it? That's the thing. We just quick sidebar.
Quick long bar.
Quick long bar?
Quick skybar.
Whatever you do, this is all I ask, and I'm writing this in my will. Whatever you do, just leave a spot in the logo for a third head.
Can we just cut like a blank hole?
That's not going to be very
Yeah.
good for marketing.
It's going to be unbalanced.
It's going to look weird.
Jake, this is our way of telling you that we're kicking you out of the podcast. We're making a new one called Quick Skybar. So Bradley, welcome to Quick Skybar. First episode.
Welcome to Quick Skybar.
Season 1.
Oh,
Jake's gone.
well, I guess I'll start the episode now. Welcome to Quick Sidebar. Welcome to Quick Sidebar, where we talk about anything and everything and get distracted often. My name is Jake, and I'm here with
Dan.
and
Bradley.
all right, we got to call him Bechradley from now on.
Bradley. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that
Bradley.
either.
Bechradley?
Bradley.
I
It's kind of
can-
fun
I
to
can-
say,
yeah,
but now that I'm saying it more.
Bechradley.
Bradley.
Really?
What are you doing?
Rolls off the tongue.
It really does. Bechradley. And today, in the spirit of the V-Day, Feb 14th, now,
He always says something questionable.
V-Day? That's a very common...
But the way you said it, you're like in honor of the V-Day.
You didn't even say V-Day. You said the V-Day. That made
The
it weird.
V-Day.
I think at this
The
point, you
Hallmark
guys are
holiday?
just looking for it. I think you're just looking for...
Yeah, we are.
In honor of Valentine's Day...
Thank you.
Jesus.
Wait, Valentine's Day Jesus? Is that a new holiday? Jesus is involved?
Where's a...
You didn't know Valentine's Day was a religious holiday?
I guess. Shame on me.
St. Valentine,
Yeah, exactly.
actually. Yeah.
Kind of is.
Can you get his head cut off or something?
Yeah, something
For promoting marriage? Or...
something massacre-y.
Our
Promoting free love.
side man just said yes.
Oh, we have
Thanks,
a
Sideman.
We have a side man. We're not
Yeah.
going to... He's our computer. Hey,
Sideman.
it's like a dog.
Anyway,
you beat that
today,
part.
in honor, in celebration, in acknowledgement of Valentine's Day, we're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about love. Love.
Live.
Love.
Live.
Love.
I'm not getting in on this.
You're not even once?
Leave.
We're gonna talk about the Louvre.
It was so satisfying when you put the end of it.
What are your thoughts on the Mona Lisa? You guys like the Mona Lisa? You said the Louvre.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's what I was thinking. But
Yeah, so basically, just what are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Not like it?
well, love.
Oh, he's ready to go.
Jake Bradley is
in a very broad sense of just the idea of love. I think that linguistically, English is very limited because we only have one word for love, which can mean so many different things.
yeah.
But there are a lot of other languages that have a lot of different words for love that meet in different kinds of love.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got the
Which
big three.
What are the...
Agape, or there's four. Agape, Eros,
I don't remember all
I
of
have
them.
no idea what you're talking about.
Philia, and
I've never heard this.
I'm glad you know, because this is what I was thinking of.
oh shoot, Eros, Agape.
Where did you guys learn this?
What is the?
Hebrew?
Oh, it's
Greek?
Latin.
Latin?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are those like the different like meanings of love? Like
Yeah,
different
Eros, I believe, is just like physical. No, I mean lust, but without the negative connotation behind it. It's just like it's like, oh, I'm so in love with you,
Like
infatuation. That's a good way to describe it. Philia is like brotherly love. Agape is supposed to be like the most. It's like unconditional God. I think that's supposed to be like God's love.
Yeah,
is
godly
agape.
love, yeah.
And there's a fourth one, and I can't remember what it is.
So
We'll get our side man to look it
yeah,
up.
fact checker.
Anyway.
Who are you waving to? There's no one here.
Seriously,
to
we should just have a sideman all the time.
Hey,
this is
this
great.
could be. We could have you. Can yeah. Hey, are you looking? For, you can speak.
Yeah, you looking for work?
You're allowed to talk.
Sure. Hi guys. What do you want me to look up?
The four different. Are you not paying attention?
You're fired.
You're fired.
Fired.
Shut up.
That was the shortest.
What were you gonna say though?
Four things of love or something. I don't know.
Well, just, it's
Something
it's,
about love.
it's it's very interesting that we use the same word for, Cheetos and our like the love of our life, like our wife or our girlfriend or our friends, like like between like brothers or like really close friends, like I
Right.
could say like, Dan, I love you, but
Yeah.
it's not the same thing as like,
Or is it the same thing? What are we saying?
I don't know.
I think you.
I'm just hurt that I was excluded, so I am not even listening.
I was gonna say the whole point we were talking about kicking
I
you
just feel
out.
like love is a little strong. That's all.
We were saying, see, Jake, we love you so much. Love is all.
I guess that's the end of it. I have nothing else. Our sideman is here.
There are 7 different kinds of love.
What?
Are they Latin words? Are they Latin words?
Yeah, Euros, Philia, storage.
Oh, that was the one. Yeah. What is that one? Strange.
Or
How do you spell it for the
familia
viewers?
love. STORGE.
Okay.
Yeah, familia.
Familia love is a kind of philia pertaining to the love between parents and their children.
Cool. What else? Yeah, just stay there. We'll just
Keep it open. Pay attention.
Yeah, just
You
We may
once.
need to reference that.
You have one more. You have a job for now. Okay. If you screw up again, you're freaking gone.
I'm ripping your contract to shreds. It was like a 20-page
I know.
document, so that's gonna.
You got to get the lawyers involved.
Should we do one individually, or is it like one? Because it's like always awkward when you try to rip more pages than you can, like at once.
Some people can rip phone books. How do they do that?
And it's strong.
Terry Crews.
Can Terry Crews do that?
I don't know.
Probably with his butt
In
cheeks
Brooklyn
even.
Nine-Nine, he did it.
Oh, but who knows?
He
They
probably
could-
really did
rigged
do it. That dude's insane. He has the craziest diet, by the way. It's some kind of intermediate fasting or something where you only eat from like 2
Yeah.
to 8 p.m., 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., but you don't eat any crazy shit.
Wow.
The man looks great for it, though. So maybe we should all learn something from Terry Crews.
Anyway, Bradley was just talking about how love is just too strong of a word to use with me.
Yeah, like I love Terry Crews, but Jake's a good friend.
Right. I was going to use that same
But Terry Crews, I love that guy, but Jake, he's cool.
But yeah, did you have anything else to say with that, or?
I don't know. That you just kind of gave it out in a very broad sense of what our thoughts are on love, and that was the first thing that I
That's
thought
great.
of was just how limited we are in our English
I would agree.
speaking.
I think,
to
yeah.
be able to really truly express what it is that we're feeling.
Well, and I think a lot of that too comes between. It's also just like it's weird connotations with saying "I love you, man." Like for us to say "I love you" to each other, and like
Right.
society, it's like for dudes to say that.
That's
up
actually
until
very
now,
relevant
Like
right
been
now.
the whole masculinity thing and stuff. Like guys are like, I don't want to say "I love you" to my friend because clearly, if I say that means I'm gay. It's like
Right.
so. I think we're finally breaking out of that stigmatization of the word love. It's becoming more like, hey man, I love you, dude, or whatever. But I'd agree. I think it would be easier if we had. Well, it'd be easier if we just stopped being weird about saying things like that. But to have different words for different types of love would be convenient for some.
It's tough because everyone has different value towards the word in different circumstances. I think I'm much more loose about using the word love with like bro friends and like whatever people that I just am associated with often than like a significant other.
Yeah.
Like when I say I love you to my girlfriend, it's much different than
Right.
when I say I love you to you guys or whatever, because it means a whole lot, and there's a lot more weight.
Right.
Not to say that it means less to like you guys or my guy friends than it does to her, but it's just a different,
It has a different, carries a different.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's not going to be like it's not game changing for you to go, hey man, I love you, dude. They're like, oh god, Jake said he loves me. It's not going to make or break our friendship. I'm not going to go home and be like, do I really
getting
love
a
Jake?
text from Dan. That's just like, dude, Jake just said he loved me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say, so I
I'm
said,
not ready.
thanks, man.
Do I break up with him?
Noise.
Noise. But I think no, I agree. But see, I was going to argue for the fact that I think that because we only have one word for the feeling love, rather, because it's not really a word, it's a feeling, and we have the word love that represents that feeling, and it means different things for different people and different.
That's the
two
thing is
different
it
people
can be a feeling, but it can also be more than a feeling.
I was about to say that.
Because it also can mean like a choice, like a decision. Mm-hmm. You can choose to love somebody
Okay.
versus just like feeling love. Like
It's
even if
true.
you don't feel like you love somebody, you can choose to love somebody.
Well, okay, then there you go. I just think that we.
Read Love Does and Everybody Always by Bob Goff. Has some great stuff about
Is he
love.
a sponsor?
No.
Then don't read him.
Not a sponsor.
No,
No,
don't.
now we're
Go
good.
back. Bob Goff, fuck you.
Oh, God. Bob, if you're listening to this, that was not a quick sidebar thing. That was a Dan thing. I think you're awesome.
God.
I love you. Anyway, what were you
That's
saying,
weird.
Dan? Sorry. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think that we've almost... We use that word because we only have one word to represent so many different feelings and emotions and attachments. It's lost value almost. As in, like, what I've noticed, especially recently, I don't know why I've become hyper aware of this, but when you say, hey, how are you doing today? People immediately go, good, how are you?
Yeah.
Whether they're good or not, like, they're not thinking, "Oh, how am I today?" Like, "Oh, actually, today's been pretty hard." Because one, it's you don't want to open up to strangers. Because two, it also should be pretty shocking if you went up to your Starbucks barista and said, "How you doing today, Bradley?" And like, "Well, actually, let me fucking tell you, it's been a rough day." You'd be like, "Okay, I just want coffee, dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
I was just
about
being polite.
I don't want to hear about all your whatever." So. I think love has also become it to a sense because it's like your girlfriend or your mom or whoever. Hey, I love you. You don't even. It's almost just automatic.
Yeah.
And it's like, how often do you actually stop and think before you say, "Hey, man, I love you"? You mean it. Very rarely. You know,
Yeah.
you really think like, what am I conveying right now? You're just like, oh, this is just standard of greeting and goodbyes or whatever.
Yeah.
So but like to go off again, like the Cheetos, like, oh, like I love hot Cheetos, or I love Oreos, or I love cake, or I love all these things, all things from class. Cake. I just think we use it for. No, you get it. We use it too much. Like we. Use it,
I agree.
I agree with Brad. It's too much too broad of a word.
Yeah.
You know, it can mean so many specific things.
What's tough too is I think that overall, like, I think our society has become too positive, but you know, let me explain that, because I don't disagree with positivity, but like, have you ever noticed when, and I'm very guilty of this, like when I'm texting, I'm always using exclamation points.
Oh,
like, and then if I don't use exclamation points, it's almost more intent. Like it means more that I'm not than if I am. You know, so like,
right.
I could use an exclamation point when I'm saying like on my way, which is not an exclamatory.
Yeah.
You know,
so
but
it's almost like
that's your way to
not necessarily like positive, but like hyperbolic almost.
Sure,
Well,
yeah.
it's the way to
no,
say,
that's
like,
that's
no, that you're
great.
not-
Exaggerated. Yeah.
But exaggerated, but in a positive way. Because I don't. Because
Yeah.
I think
agree,
that
though.
that's
I would-
where. Because. You know, when we're talking about movies, like a lot of times I'll say, "Oh, I love that movie. Oh, I loved that movie."
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to go back to when I watched it, like, did I actually love it, or did it like? Is love really the best word to describe how I felt about
it's
that?
not,
Like,
but what else? What other? But it,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's not. But it. But
and then it
is
goes,
at the
and
same
then it
time.
just goes back to based off of, I think the current informal vernacular that Americans use. There's just not a whole lot else to that is available.
Well, and to try to change it now, if we were to sit here and invent words or find new words for these different types of love, like, oh, I love a movie. Well, let's not say love. Let's say I whatever.
Or even
a
just
movie.
like start using the Latin words.
No, the Latin word. Yeah. I mean, we're so ingrained into our brains that love is just this word that we use. I mean, I wonder how many times you say love per day. Like, not even, like, God, could you imagine if you had a counter and you could look at, like stats?
How many things that you say that you love?
Like, and
every
you could
day.
just look and you
Here's
could be like,
a quick sidebar challenge of 2019.
Count-
Count how many times you say love.
count the love.
Count the love.
That's
wow.
wow.
Hashtag count the love.
Hashtag count the love.
Our side man has given us the hashtags with his fingies. He likes it. Well, okay, so moving kind of in a similar direction from that, going off of how we feel about love, you know, because we've kind of gotten general thoughts about what love is, what love means to us. What do you
You're like that little kid that tries to talk.
have you ever when you no I guess I was trying to segue in a little better than I was able to with love.
Yes.
Can you and if this is too deep for the on air audience?
See, you're already saying yourself. It's like saying, I don't want to offend you, but just say it. Don't preface it. Just
Have
say,
you ever
ask
been in
it.
love?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, we put Bradley on the spot here. I feel uncomfortable now.
It's Bradley now.
Sorry, yeah. The artist formerly known
I mean,
as Bradley. Bradley.
I think so, but like, I I tend to overthink things. For those of you that don't know in the audience, I tend to overthink everything, and so I've thought in great detail about that and whether or not I've actually been in love or not, because I almost feel like I can't really know for sure because I've never just based off the fact that I'm not currently in a relationship. That means that I have only ever been in relationships that have ended, which which means like, did I love them? If it ended up in that. Or if I don't, like, how does that, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if I necessarily know what love feels like. Like, will I know it when I feel it? Or have I felt it and I just didn't know for sure that was it? I overthink everything. So I want to say yes.
Okay.
But I go back and forth on that.
Yeah.
And me and you were go ahead, share your thoughts.
Me and you, what? Dan?
See, that's the thing, is when you ask the question, I feel like Dan kind of had to say yes.
Oh, that's
Well, me and you, I mean, but I have explanations on why and how.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure,
what
okay.
I think being in love is.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Please share.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Go, yeah,
I'm so excited to hear what
wait.
Dan thinks love is. This is going to be the most information I've ever gleaned from
Hey, you
Dan
know what, guys?
Isaacs.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stay in the shadows.
Damn it, Bradley!
Come on, Dan.
That's true. I guess Brad's always trying to get into my past. I don't know what he thinks is behind my door of secrets, but it's nothing.
He just never talks about himself.
There's nothing interesting. I keep touching you, Jake. I just touch your hairy man arm.
My arms are not hairy.
These are
My
your
legs are my right here is pretty hairy.
You're showing a lot of leg there.
Quit looking at my crotch.
I'm sorry, I can't. It's like just right there. But speaking of love, whew.
That's Eros. That's just Eros. He's just infatuated with my legs. All right, Dan, quit.
I think that, to be serious, I think that love is putting someone's needs and caring for someone more than yourself. It's just like when you stop thinking just about what am I getting out of this, how is this benefiting me, and you can purely look at someone else and do something for them without going, well, I'm going to do this, and then they're going to want to do this back, and like it's no more about like about yourself. It's completely about the other person, whoever they are, whether that's or in a relationship, whether it's just bros or your parents or whoever.
Yeah.
It's putting someone completely else in front of you and putting all your focus and care onto them rather than taking into account your whatever.
I think that's a great explanation.
Yeah. That was, wow.
That's a little bow on that. But yeah, I mean, so it's just like knowing that, you know, a great example is like for Chandler, like she doesn't have a car because she had when I first met Chandler, she was a victim of a hit and run and her car totaled and like horrible stuff, and they caught the guy anyway. But that's beside the point. Anyway, so she doesn't have a car, and so I know that, and you know, because I love and care for Chandler very much, I take Chandler to work, I take Chandler to school when I can, I give her rides when I can, because and yeah, it may not be convenient for me, it may be out of my way. It's why I have to leave school and rush off and do stuff, but it's putting someone else's needs because she still has school, she still has jobs and works, and it's like it's not impacting my life in a way that's ruining it, like I'm not missing things.
Right.
But it's just like filling gaps that I know I can and helping someone else out more than myself.
Wow.
You know, and just like taking care of this lump back here behind me. You know, he's, you know, as an older brother.
That's our side man.
How's it going?
You know, as you see, it's different because you're the babe in your family. As an older sibling, there's as an older sibling, you end up like raising your younger siblings to a point because your parents like raise you, and then they're kind of like, okay. And then they kind of pass the gauntlet off in a way, like you teach your younger sibling things that your parents can't teach them.
Yeah, that's not
okay. Well, maybe
I think I'm in the minority on that because that's not how it was at my house.
That's not really how it was in mine. I think it might be because of like a brother thing
I was
versus
gonna
a brother
say
sister.
maybe because I forget you have a sister, you
Yeah.
have an older sister,
Yeah.
so maybe it's a bro thing. But
Yeah, it might be.
you know, as an older, but still you care about your younger sibling.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, that is. I wouldn't say that's entirely wrong. Like, they're absolutely.
But there's a different connection between you and a sibling.
Yeah,
like you
absolutely.
feel it. And even going up in reverse to your older sister, you still like that need to take care of them and make sure.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like that feeling, but you don't get to choose because like you have to take care. Like you learn to love your sibling, but you're like you're stuck with them. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you don't get to choose.
Love you.
Love you too, man. I don't. But you don't get to pick. So, but like a significant other, you have some sway, and well, hopefully you have all the sway. You get to decide to a point. Obviously, you can't decide true feelings; those kind of come naturally, and that's
Right.
we can get to that. So, but basically, it's caring about someone more and putting your needs aside to make sure their needs are met.
Yeah.
And I think it translates into parenthood and into grandparenthood and like even taking care of like pets. Like you're like, oh fuck, I don't have this, but I got to get my pet my food.
Right.
So it's just So it's putting yourself on the back burner.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I got. That's what I got for you.
That's great.
I don't think I've ever been in love.
Okay.
Well,
I'm having this like very mature realization on air.
It's one of those things.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean,
I think it's one. I think that is one definition that can go with like a conglomerate.
This is
of definitions.
Love is a gray scale infinite. I mean, you're never gonna find like this is love and this isn't.
Yeah.
And it's also it changes. Like you can love someone and care for someone and put their needs above your own, but it's not fueled by anything.
Yeah.
And there's like a resentment behind it.
Right.
There's also that like you shouldn't resent loving someone. Like it should be something that just it flows out of you. And you're like, okay, I want to care for this person, do this because I love and care about them, not because this is a job or I have to do this or I'm stuck or whatever. So it should come from a place of truth and natural. It shouldn't just be like, oh God, I have to do this now.
Right. Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people find themselves in these relationships where they are attracted based on looks or an initial attraction, and then they get to know each other, and then maybe they're like, oh, I really care about this person and I don't want to see something bad happen, and I feel like I'm obligated to do these things for them. But underneath they're like, fuck, I'm stuck, I hate this or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's varying degrees across the board, but and I think there's being in love and there's loving, which is two different things, in my opinion. So
Well, I'll answer for myself. Yes, I have. That's it. No.
Is it Theo? Are you gonna say Theo?
Yeah,
Because I love Theo too.
Theo is my first and only.
That's interesting.
only.
Dogs should just love dogs. People,
Yeah,
fuck other
seriously.
people, just love dogs.
No, I think what you said, Dan, I thought that was very articulate, like very well articulated. Just how I think that describes kind of how I feel a little bit, and I think from things that I've read, like that just kind of goes very much in line with it, and that's where I think it what you were describing, how it starts becoming more about the choices you make and less about the feelings that you have.
Yeah.
Because I really think, and part of it is because those books I spoke of earlier by Bob Goff, like really kind of changed my focus about loving not only significant others but just people in general.
Yeah.
Even those that are difficult to love.
Yeah.
Where it really is, it's a choice. It's an active choice of just saying, I want to love this person, love on this person, use love with this person, you know, just like in the way that my actions are fueled. But I think it's I don't know. There is a little bit of it where if like in my feelings of like being in love, where I almost can't describe it. And I've had a few moments where I'm like, oh my God, this is the feeling. This is the feeling. And then it's like, oh, is it? Or am I just like, am I just excited? Am I just, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was in middle school, I had my first girlfriend. I remember I think I told you guys this, when I was in like elementary school and people started dating, I thought I was dumb until someone liked me, and I was like, fuck yeah, you know? Yeah. And so this was in 7th grade, and this she was like, you know, one of the pretty girls, and she was everyone came up and like, Jake, what? She was like 6 inches taller than me, like everyone, it didn't make a lot of sense, like in 7th grade, but I remember like a week into dating her, dating. Because everyone and their girlfriend or everyone and their boyfriend would say "I love you," you know. It was just like what you did. Yeah. There was no like active choice behind it. It was just like, well, you just right. Yeah. And so I remember being in my basement, hanging with a friend of mine, where I'm like, should I say it? This is like a weekend. Should I say I love you? Like she's going to bed. Should I like finish off with like I love you? And he's like, yeah. No, it's time. You're ready. I'm like, okay. So I remember just like sending it, and then my heart just pounding, and then I think I just said like, good night, love you, and then she said love you too. That was it, and I was like, yes, there we go. I'm married. You did it. Yeah.
That's out the way.
But
Check that off the list.
That exchange and that whole process has differed a lot as I've gotten older. Just the whole like when do you say the word?
That can really
throw a wrench.
It's essentially the first proposal in a step. Because, the idea behind dating is to find someone who's potentially, well, again, that's like, what is dating?
No, right? No, yeah.
Some people, my personal take on dating is the route to eventually find a life partner, which is the word now, by the way. Partner is the popular word for a significant other. It's partner. It's not boyfriend, girlfriend anymore. It's partner. Anyway, fun fact, shout out to whoever came up with that. I don't know. To the universe, shout out. I don't know. Now I'm off. I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about how
dating is the marriage.
Dating is the first step to a marriage. The idea is theoretically you're testing the waters to fall in love and then get married and then have a family theoretically, or at least live your life together with this person and grow and all this stuff. So saying I love you is like the initial proposal. It's like I love you. How do you feel? And if you say it too soon, and they're not ready or they're unclear, it's just like, oh shit, because then it's like this weird you love me, but I don't know how I feel. Do I say it back? And then if I say it back, does it cement it in and all that? So that can make or break a relationship, honestly.
Yeah.
Just it's just one of the many milestones. Like your first kiss is a milestone. Like that can be a little funky, and if that goes wrong, So all these steps where things could either go really great or really wrong. So it's always that risky, how is this going to go?
Yeah.
And I was also going to say a touchback. The other thing about love is it's not just about putting other people before you. It's also about opening yourself up to other people's experiences of life and how to grow.
Oh yeah,
and share experience, and also alter your life to grow with each other in mind, rather than we're still these beings who just hang out all the time.
You're right.
There's a melding where you're like a unit, and it's like, what are we gonna do to better us as a couple?
You're growing individually. Yeah. But you're growing individually together.
You're growing individually together, supporting each other. Right. So it's like this intertwined thing rather than these two. They're intertwined rather than just two parallel lines going on in existence forever.
I just want to mention real quick that prior to recording this episode, Dan made it very clear that he was going to be the most quiet in this episode.
I know,
and I just want to thank you for being so open, because.
What can I say? I love to talk. I love hearing my own voice. But actually, I hate the sound of my voice.
That's two, just right there.
What?
Love just talking.
I love
hearing the sound
talking.
of your own voice.
And also, real quick, Sideman, you ever been in love?
I think I'm with Bradley. I don't think so.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Sideman.
Great.
He's our Higgins. He's just our side guy.
Yeah.
Hey. And we okay.
No, he.
Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say he's our Guillermo.
He is the Guillermo. 100%.
Guillermo, all of his stuff is unscripted. It's all they just put the camera on him and point at him, and he's supposed to say.
If we had a camera, it'd be a feed of Adam, and every time we talked about it, he would just awkwardly wave at it. He was like, "Okay, this got to happen someday.
Okay,
we got to film it, and then we got
That's when we're making money.
Right. When we're making money.
Bradley, what are you saying?
I was just gonna say that I feel like most of my relationships have been kind of grounded in a very immature place of, for one reason or another, but I guess it never really felt like it came from a place of selflessness. It was always from a place of selfishness.
Yeah.
And it's only kind of now, having been single for a long time, that I've kind of started to grow in that area and understand more what that's supposed to look like and what I want that to look like and that sort of thing. But yeah, I just don't think that it's ever been. I mean, not to say that it's never been in a place of selflessness. Obviously, that's not true. But I think that just grounded at its core. I've always kind of been very in relationships focused on my own needs and things like that. And so
I also think that that's kind of how every relationship starts, because it's this selfish desire of, well, I'm attracted to this person, so I want to get to know them better. I want to spend time with them.
Yeah,
and then I'm attracted. Yeah,
and part of me wonders if it's just that I've never had a relationship that lasted long enough for it to really get to that point. And
that's a fair point. And I think, but to go up what you said, while I've also said it's all about not being selfish, and it also is a little bit because the idea behind it is finding a partner, and the idea of a partner is someone who's going to help you. So it's also about helping yourself have the most successful life you can have by finding the person who's going to gel them. So it's also selfish to a point.
But also,
I get what you're saying.
But also, most of my relationships, for those of you who don't know, I grew up in a Christian household, and most of my relationships have been with with women who
Bless you. Sorry.
who do not share those beliefs. And so for me, a big part of that has been like a big part of those relationships has been like the struggle of constantly thinking about that fact and the fact that like maybe that isn't lined up, and so really just kind of hyper focused on myself and like kind of like preserving my own like beliefs in the midst of it and all of that. And so
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't want to. I mean, it's not to belittle love, but it's like buying a house or buying a car. In a sense, it's like you don't want to settle. I guess is my point.
No,
I mean, when you go out to buy a house or a car or something that's long term, you want to have something that you feel like 100% like I feel good about this. So you don't want to get into a relationship. You're like, nah, I mean, I like this person. Maybe I could learn to like. Right. You never have to learn to like anybody.
Well, and also just with the selfish versus selflessness. If it's completely selfless and there's no selfishness to it, without the stigma behind selfishness, then it starts to become more codependent than it is.
And
like
it's at the verge on like stalker and like creepy.
Well,
and,
but I mean, if I'm dating someone and my sole purpose is to just serve them and meet their needs, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, you're doing things for them that they can do for themselves, and then they become reliant on you to do those things, and so then there's this weird codependent dynamic that is not healthy.
No, it should be. It's a give and take. It's about it's like helping each other together. So no.
I mean, it's always been a mix, of course, but I think it's never gotten to that point of where I feel totally comfortable with this person, like, and I think maybe I want to be with this person for the rest of my life, and like
nor should you feel like you should. Have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're a young man,
and
I am.
Wait,
thank you.
To preface that statement, physically Bradley is very young. Mentally, Bradley's knocking on the door of 72.
Of 72.
But
knocking on the door of 72?
You're like 71, because your birthday's in May. You're walking up to the door, about to knock.
Oh, okay. I'm not even knocking yet. I'm almost there.
You're walking up the stoop.
He's straightening his tie. He's getting ready to...
Yeah, he's like, ooh, straighten the bow tie. Fix the glasses. No, I think also, but because talking about like immature love, like in we all had like middle school girlfriend. Like I think my first girlfriend was in kindergarten or something. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, I have a girlfriend. I remember like teachers going, "You're too young to have a girlfriend." Like, no, you're stupid. This is real.
Exactly.
You're 6.
We're getting married.
We're
getting married, you dumb teacher.
Getting married at recess.
Sorry, you don't. We're having a ceremony and everything, and you're not invited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I remember I'm remembering my first girlfriend. Me and her were supposed to get married. So sorry, I didn't remember your name. If you remember me, I don't remember you. Sorry. I have no clue who the hell.
Shout out to that girl.
I still remember the name of my kindergarten girlfriend.
Yeah, me too.
Maddie. Oh,
wait, what's it really? What's it really?
I think it was Madeline.
Oh my god!
But I remember calling her Maddie.
You didn't even realize it until you said it out loud.
He's like, yeah, her name was Maddie.
Whoa,
that's funny. Not the current Maddie.
The better Maddie.
The best Maddie.
The best Maddie.
The best Maddie.
They're covering bases. They're the best Maddie.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Oh, okay, stop winning points. Is this a contest? You want to have a contest? Hey, Jake, what are you doing?
I'm just studying.
Ah, bummer. Well, we're gonna head out. See you later tonight.
Jeez, Jake, you're still studying?
Yeah, it's been like 10 hours and 15 minutes.
Really? Ugh, God. Time flies, right?
Well, Jake, I gotta say, you do look great, all things considered.
And I feel great, too. That's because I got my studying clothes at Project Meta online.
Project Meta?
Yeah, guys, Project Meta is a clothing company right out of Fort Collins that makes comfortable, affordable clothing for your long study sessions.
Whoa!
Yeah, all I did was go to projectmetaonline.wixsite.com/projectmeta, and they had a bunch of cool designs.
Wow! But Jake, you know me, I'm all about saving money. Is there any way I could, save some money?
You sure can. If you use coupon code SIDEBAR, you can save 10% off your purchase.
Awesome!
Thanks, Project Meta. But I'm glad you brought up old like young dumb not dumb girlfriends, dumb relationships,
Immature relationships.
Because I'm very curious. I want to hear if you want to share embarrassing stories. I've got one locked and loaded.
But, you always do.
Yeah.
Embarrassing love stories. Times where you went for it and it wasn't reciprocated, or times where like you guys just like had a, I don't know, just
misconnection.
Yeah. So like, what's okay? That's a good one. What's the worst misconnection you've had, or a bad one?
Yeah, so you mean like finding out someone else liked you, or just like
I mean, it can be something where like, you found out someone liked you that you didn't like, or you pursued someone and it wasn't reciprocated, or just like an embarrassing moment that you had in pursuit of a girl. I don't know, just whatever that provokes in your mind.
I just remember the first girl I ever remember like having feelings for. I was 5, I think.
Wow.
And her name was Michelle. And I just remember that I would do like the dumbest stuff to try to impress her.
I knocked a fucking tooth out.
Like I remember there was this time like during recess, I think there was like this spot that had like someone's like boombox or something was like playing music and people would like dance or something, like 5-year-olds like dancing.
This sounds like a weird like convent society.
I don't remember if this was recess or somewhere else, but I just remember I just remember that happened.
Is this a 90s movie? Like here's like
or maybe it was in a gym. I don't know.
Wait, first of all, can we go back?
It's very vague.
Can we go
very,
back?
Like blurry, fuzzy memory.
Wait, can we go back and acknowledge that you called it a boombox? First of all, they haven't been called boomboxes since 1994. All right.
I don't remember.
A boombox?
It was like...
Was it a phonograph?
This was like 2003, okay?
Grab the needle?
Whatever the crap you call that thing that was like a boombox
A stereo.
in 2003.
A stereo.
stereo?
A CD player. I don't know.
Probably a CD player
I think
then.
boombox is acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, again, like rustling wood is technically acceptable. But when you think boombox, you think of like the dudes walking, or like just like 90s, like the skaters. They carry the shit and they pop a cassette in and be like, "Oh, check this shit out, bro." It's like a boombox, not a stereo.
Regardless, there was music playing, and I just remember.
And you were there.
I just remember me as a 5-year-old, like dancing, like I think it was like hip hop or something.
Oh, see, can I give you what I picture? Because I have these images in my head of Bradley's life, and I want to share them as they pop in here.
I just
I want
imagine.
you to make a book.
I
of
just-
all these images.
I just imagine 5-year-old Bradley, but with the same sized head. Like
That's accurate, actually. Yeah.
With the facial hair and everything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's
Oh,
Brad-
100%. No, here's what I picture. So Bradley, there's music playing. This is Bradley. So in my head, I picture they're in a big mansion, very Vincent Price-esque, and you enter the mansion. There's a big ballroom with like a fireplace. There's no TV. There's no real electricity per se. It's the bare minimum. And Bradley has a giant ass phonograph. And this fool's like, okay, let's dance. And he pulls out a record. And he plops the fucker down. And he's like, let's go. He drops the needle. Now, but here's the party. Bradley's in his usual robe, his silk robe, and his like cigar, and his house shoes, and his whiskey, and it's like some classical like jazzy Sinatra shit, and everyone's dancing by themselves together. It's all these people, like these people all dressed up in little suits. They're all children that look like adults. They have facial hair and canes, and they're all just like sidestepping and shuffling, like dancing to themselves, all like just all by themselves, just like, oh, this is fun, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's very good. All their little accents and just the fires raging in the background.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
so with that mental image in mind, Bradley, continue your story.
And Bradley also has a butler too.
Right, yeah. Well, I undid my tie,
Right.
handed it to my butler.
Bring the
And-
unpervs around.
No, I mean, I pretty much already said it. There was like hip hop or something kind of like that music playing, and I just remember like doing my best attempt at breakdancing as a 5-year-old.
Oh my god.
To try to like impress her and like constantly like looking and checking to see if she was watching me.
I wish I could have video of this.
It was-
I would watch this
it
every
was-
night before bed.
It was such a weird time. Because I remember it wasn't even just that. Like, I can't even remember everything I did. I just remember I was constantly, like, doing, like, weird things to, just to get her attention.
No, I mean, that's how it was in my elementary school. Kids would race. Like, I remember, like, racing was like a lifestyle.
Fun
my
quick
school.
sidebar, actually, of a story.
Oh, boy.
From that same school. It's one time at recess. So I had a big head as a kid, so you weren't entirely wrong. Like, legitimately, when I was born, the doctors were like, "We think there's something wrong with him."
Funny.
And then they were like, "No, he's just got a big head."
They thought I was going to be born deformed or something with a big head. Yeah, like the doctors told my parents, they were like, cross your fingers. My parents took me to a priest to have me blessed. They were like, save our baby, please. It didn't work. A lot of issues. My head was very big, too.
Was it the demon inside of you talking?
Yeah.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Really drop it down there. Really drop it to the pelvic.
So anyway, I had a really big head as a kid, and I just remember there was this one time at recess, we were all playing, and I was running around. I was running like really fast for I think we're playing tag or something. Run right smack into this other kid, and our heads just like crash into each other.
With the Big Bang?
Yes. Yeah. And I just remember I was fine. I didn't have a bruise.
You give him a concussion. You knock him out?
He was bleeding profusely from his head. I felt terrible, but I was fine.
Did you get a bruise?
I don't remember, but I just remember feeling totally fine and like, I'm so sorry.
And then my dad enrolled me in football. The day after.
God.
Jesus, that's funny.
I just picture, you remember on the Wii, the little Mii's have really big heads? That's like little Bradley's just like a little Mii, with a giant little head, and this little
tiny
body,
little body.
wearing his robe, and holding his whiskey, but he's just like,
And the music he was hip hop dancing to was bum 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 bum.
Bradley, that wasn't recess, that was just your Wii. You were alone in your room. It was just you.
My first crush was like a Bitmoji, essentially. One of those little wee people.
You know, you could go into like the Wii community rooms and it'd be like a bunch of Wii's.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mees, that's what they were called. They were called Mees. I couldn't think of the name.
Wow, Bradley, thank you.
Hey, you got something queued up over here. What do you
Thank you for blessing us with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got something queued up. So when I was in 5th grade, I was just infatuated with this girl. Her name was Gabby. And I think everyone was. I think she was just like the class crush, where it's just everyone was. I mean, she probably was a little bit more mature than everybody. So like all the guys are like, "Who is this girl?"
Yeah.
You know, I just had the biggest crush on her. And so Valentine's Day, of all days, rolls around, and
What?
that Valentine's Day is not a sponsor.
Oh.
I'm just muttering it to myself.
you want to just cover us before
Sure,
we
yeah. Not a sponsor.
Thank you. So Valentine's Day's around. You know how you got the Valentine's Day cards that everyone gives, and so
Like Star Wars. And
right. Just the very informal, impersonal cards. Well, I decided I went to the Hallmark store.
Oh, God.
And I
Man,
bought.
You're getting really red.
I think that was from laughing.
Okay.
I went to the Hallmark store and bought a card, just like a Valentine's Day card or something. It had like dogs on it, and I wrote a pun or something that had to do with the card. And I just said, "Will you be my Valentine?" Right? And I'm like, this is it. I'm a shoe-in. I've got it. So I dropped it in her bag, and just, the rest of the day went on. I can't remember, but I'd imagine I was not focused in school that day because I was so preoccupied and distracted by whether or not she was, if we were going to be Valentines. And so I remember walking after school. She's walking in the snow towards where some of the cars pick up behind the school. and she's been ignoring me all day. So I go up to her and I'm like, "Hi,
You don't know me, but my name is Jake. I've been watching you all year.
No, I just said like, so is it like, what do you think? And she's like, I was really nice, but Taylor already asked me, and I said yes. And I remember that was the worst day of my life. I literally thought I was going to die, and I went home, and I sat in my room, and laid in the fetal position in my room, and listened to this song on a repeat.
You only get like 20 seconds. Oh, God, dude.
Tell me if you can name the artist.
It's the Jonas Brothers. All right, guys.
Hold on, listen.
If the heart is always searching, can you ever find a home?
So now just imagine Jake crying in the middle of his room.
Wow. That's good.
You gotta just get to the chorus. The listeners are loving this. It's okay.
Yeah, and the Disney lawyers are getting their paperwork prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't. So the fact that she didn't, I was bawling. Every time that part, when I would sing with it too, I was like, when you look me in the eyes. It was awful.
Wow.
You know, Jake, as the podcast has gone on,
Yeah.
revealed stories about your childhood.
Yeah.
My respect for you declines. every
Well, I
time.
feel like if anything, it should increase because I've got these awful stories about myself, and I still turned out okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
no, is that, I see. That's the disconnect.
There we go. You get it now.
That's what I'm missing. Yeah. So that was a pretty shitty time.
Yeah.
Dan, you got any good pick-me-ups?
No, mine are just as depressing as yours, so I don't.
That's a good pick-me-up for me.
I don't. I mean, they're not quite as weird, I guess. It's just like, I'm trying to think. I don't know, just various like girlfriends in like elementary school, like again for like a week or a day at a time. You know, I remember these two girls. They're both married now. The Vo twins, Lindsay and Katie.
Wow.
And in one day in kindergarten or first grade, I dated both of them. And remember, one of them I was dating Katie in the morning, and by first recess, Katie had decided she was done with my ass and had kicked me to the curb. And so, some point in the middle of the day, me and Lindsay, her twin sister, but they were fraternal, not identical, started hanging out, and we were dating. And then by the afternoon recess, Katie was so distraught that I had found a new girlfriend, and it was her sister. I remember her crying in the hallway as we were walking to recess, and the teacher had to console her because I wouldn't date her anymore. So I just remember thinking, looking back on that moment, I can picture it in my head, and it's just so stupid.
Wow.
They were like the class crush collectively. Like the two of them.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he was like, if you're dating one of the Vo twins, like, oh yeah. And now they're both married and have like real jobs, like adult jobs, and I'm still here. So, woohoo!
Wow. That.
Yeah. I knew the girl. I ended up becoming pretty good friends with her. Her name was Emily. I was a sophomore in high school, and we were in the same science class, and like we kind of liked each other a little bit, but she didn't really like me that much. And I liked her, and this other kid facilitated us dating, so we started going out over text. It was one of those, like, do you like me? Well, do you want to date? And she was like, okay. And so it wasn't like a relationship, because then once I was like, hey, you want to actually go on a date? You know, we're dating, let's go and see a movie. And she was like, yeah, no.
Oh.
But then after that, we ended up still hanging out and actually being like pretty decent friends. We never dated officially, but we were good friends after that.
Nice.
So that was just kind of awkward. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I like used my like Christmas money. I was like, oh, I could take us on a date. She was like, yeah, no. Like, sorry.
Wait, you said you used your Christmas money?
I was going to.
Oh, I was
had
like
extra
it's
money.
Like he already bought the reservations and he bought the.
I was ready to. I was like, oh, we can go to Ted's Montana Grill and spend some real money.
It's Montana Grill.
You never been to Ted's?
That sounds.
No.
Ted Turner, the guy who owns TBS.
That doesn't sound real.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's actually
it sounds like a
very,
made-up
it's a
restaurant.
very expensive high-end restaurant.
Really?
Grill, yeah. Montana
Jeez.
Grill. Ted Turner, the guy owns TBS and TNT and a bunch of shit. They're his restaurants. So.
Wow.
Fun fact of the day. Useless fact of the day for you.
Thank you.
So that was just kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. I mean, various stories very similar. You know, they dating for a week or a couple days, and then the girl going, actually, I don't like you.
Yeah. So. I up until my current girlfriend, I was not good at relationshiping. I don't know if that was me or the people I was dating or both. It wasn't good. But it's better now.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think it's her. I think you're still the fuck up. I think
she's just stellar.
She's the stability in the relationship.
Yeah,
and you're
she's just lugging my ass around.
That's how it goes.
Thanks, Maddie.
Gotta have someone to guide us in this confusing. Oh, dude, if I did all the time, Chandler, we live together, and so she's always moving my shit places, but it's like really obvious places that make sense to put them. And, my dumbass comes along after she's cleaned up or straightened up or put stuff away. I'm like, Chandler, where the fuck is whatever? And it's like always like right in front of me. And she comes and finds it like this, and I'm just like, fuck. And so I've gotten to the point now where if I can't find something, I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta find her. She's gonna give me shit for it because she always fucking finds it. And then so like the other day, I put my belt. I got a new belt, and so I put it in my drawer. And normally I hang my belt up on my door, and so. I was hot. I'm like, Chandler, where the fuck is my belt? And I went off, and she's like, I don't know. Look at the belt. We have a belt drawer. We have a shit ton of like belts and scarves and shit.
I have so many belts.
I don't know. I got a lot of belts.
I have one belt.
Well, we call it the belt drawer, but it has like hats and a bunch of shit in it. It's in the closet. And anyway, so she's like, check the belt drawer, idiot. And I was like, it's not in there. And I'd already looked and pulled everything out. And I was making this big old fucking scene. And so like a dumbass, I got home after work that day and opened up my sock drawer. And there's the fucking belt looking at me. And I'm just like... So I'm like, hey, babe, I found my belt. And she's like, oh, yeah? Where'd you find it? And I was like... It's in my sock drawer. Don't know how it got there, though. The fucking sock elves taking my belt.
Dan, I gotta tell you, if someone unannounced ran up to me and shouted, "Where's my fucking belt?" I'd run away. I would. Where is it?
Yeah, no. It's 9 times out of 10. It's something that I could easily find myself, but. I just don't.
That's really funny.
And I don't know if it's just because like my subconscious is like, hey, you lazy fuck, Chandler will find it. So just keep being lazy, or if I just can't see it, or what it is. So we need them to keep us on the straight and narrow.
Thank you, ladies.
And Chandler's also trying to fatten me up too. She's making me eat more, which is good. I need to eat more.
Yeah, you need to eat more.
Gain weight.
Gain weight.
I am.
Scrawny.
Well, I have a thing on my knee there, but
You have a what?
I have a thing on my knee.
A brace?
Tweaked my knee a little bit today at work, so. I stand all day at work. My knees start to hurt. I'm old. God, come on. Way to call me out on air. I wear a knee brace sometimes, guys.
Okay, can we get a replay on what was just said? Because no one said anything until Dan said, "Way to call me out!
Way to call me out, you fucks!" God. But yeah. So, anything else?
I kind of want to just end it up and round it out with bringing it back to the day, Valentine's Day, in 3 words. What are your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
In 3 words?
In 3 words.
I can't do it in 3 words.
Okay, I give you 5. I gave you 5 words.
I just burped. Can't do it in 5. Can I just say what I'm thinking?
Sure, go ahead.
I think the principle of it is good. It's a day, it's like any holiday. Like we can sit around and go, oh, well, you should love your people every day. Yeah, well, the Christmas should be like that. Everything should be like that. Like all those, every holiday can be that.
You've literally said that many times,
I know.
Though.
So, but I think that it's a good like reminder. It's a good like marker to celebrate love. But I think that the commercialization of it is out of control.
Yeah.
The price gouging is insane.
Yeah.
And the being a male with the stigma of, well, if you don't go buy your girlfriend flowers and her favorite candy, then you're a fuck up.
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't have $50 fucking to waste on flowers. I could just
This is a tip for everyone. I brought the mic closer to my face.
Wow, very close.
Trader Joe's.
Are they a sponsor?
No.
Then why are you plugging for them?
Not a sponsor.
You'll see. Trader Joe's has lovely bouquets of flowers that are under $10. They last for 3 weeks. What? They're incredible.
Oh.
You're welcome, men. Seriously, their flowers are fucking insane.
Well, see, that's fine, and I like the surprise of buying flowers. Like I like flowers, and giving flowers is a very classic gesture of love and whatever. And that's always. But it's like the fact that on Thanksgiving it's just expected. Like, oh, all these girls are going to get roses from their sweethearts.
I agree. For some reason, all the people I've dated, they always expect me to get them flowers on Thanksgiving. I agree.
Wait, on Thanksgiving?
You said Thanksgiving.
Oh, did I? Did I say Thanksgiving? Holy shit, God, it's been a long day. God, I worked all day. Did I really? Oh, God, that playback's going to be fucking
I just
crazy.
want to eat dinner with my family, you know? But I
just want to eat dinner?
Sorry, Mom and Dad. I got to go out and buy some flowers for my girlfriend.
I want to get ready for Christmas?
Because of that well-established, like,
I don't know why she doesn't wait till Valentine's Day.
See, it shows my disillusion with the fucking holiday. But I just don't like that you feel like, you have to go out and buy.
Yeah.
But also, I think it makes people who aren't in relationships hyper aware that they're not.
Yeah.
And some people take that really to heart. Like, not really. They put all, which you shouldn't do. Love yourself first. But people put all of their self-worth on what other people.
Yeah.
And it's just so they feel extra bad and down in the dumps about it. So I think it should still be a holiday. I just don't think it should be. I mean, holy shit, the second Christmas was over, literally, like, a couple days later, Walmart was already putting out Valentine's Day shit.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, they're literally, it's just for the money. Like, it's clearly, there's no, like, oh, love people. It's like, no, just buy all this red and pink shit to give to your whoever. And I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It should still be a holiday, just not as commercialized and not as much pressure. Why don't guys get gifts?
I agree.
I
think in a perfect world they do.
I want some flowers, Actually, I like flowers. I'll put them up. They add a nice little ambience to the room.
Yeah, Maddie's been telling me I need plants in my house.
You do. There's not. So I can't.
How dare you say that and then look around my room in judgment?
Oh,
yeah.
No plants in here.
Yeah, there's no plants in here.
There's no green in this room. It needs to be livened up with some green. No, but see, I can't keep plants alive, so I bought a bunch of fake plants. So I got a bunch of fake plastic plants, but the idea is
okay. Bradley, what about you?
Valentine's Day has never really meant anything to me. I've never been in a relationship during Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. I came really close once.
We'll get there someday, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of have the same feelings as Dan, because...
Does it make you feel weird, though, like, seeing Valentine's Day stuff, like, seeing couple, like, it's a day about couples, like, do you ever feel, like, exiled?
When I was younger, maybe, but... I don't know. I feel like
you're mature now, so you understand.
Yeah, I mean, like once you get older, it's kind of just like whatever. It's just a holiday that.
Yeah.
Part of what makes it hard too, like the emphasis on singles being single and people being together that are together around Valentine's Day is social media, because know when Valentine's Day comes, everyone and their mom's gonna be posting a picture of them and their significant other. Mm-hmm. So like because of 30 years ago when Valentine's Day came around, like it was much less of a reminder, except for the stuff in the stores that you were single. Mm-hmm. But then now that you have social media, you're scrolling through your feed and it's like, there's a couple kissing. There's a couple kissing. It is.
But see, then you're put in like this weird spot, because it's like if you're in a relationship
and you don't do it,
you don't post, and it's not like I'm worried about like Chandler or I'm sure Maddie would understand it. Like they're not going to be too upset, but they're still going to be like, oh, why you didn't post anything? And it's not going to ruin your relationship, but it's up pressure from the outside world too to like, oh well.
That's so odd that social media has like such a hold on everything.
It really does, because all your friends are going to go, hey, are you guys okay?
And because you didn't post on Valentine's Day.
And you just be like, oh, well, you didn't share a picture of you and Maddie. Are you guys okay? And you're like, yeah, we're fucking fine. Like, just because I don't share my whole life with you on social media. So I would agree. I think social media, we're back to that, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. More harm than good. All right. Well, also, I just don't like any of like the classic Valentine's Day candies. The little sweethearts taste like chalk.
They're gross.
Yeah, they are gross.
And also, my thoughts on Valentine's Day, since none of you asked.
We hadn't gotten there yet.
Okay. Well, Bradley, do you have more to say? Sorry.
No.
Okay. What are your thoughts,
I guess.
Jacob?
Same as yours.
Okay, that's what I figured.
We all share. As usual, we all have the same opinions.
Yeah. It's amazing we talk for as long as we do, given that we all think the same thing.
Pretty much. Just our own take on the same thing.
We need to find a very polarizing topic. We need to really dig deep.
Yeah.
I don't know. What could we dig deep?
Hey, that's a great segue. If you have a topic that you think could really dig deep into our relationship as Quick Sidebar, email us.
Wow, that's rehearsed.
quicksidebar@gmail.com. And yep, that's it.
Yeah, if you want to,
just
You
took
could also
my whole
message us on our
section of the
socials.
outro.
No, you go for it.
We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Do you want us to have a Snapchat? We can make one of those too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, email us if you want us to have a Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bradley, take the project memo.
Oh geez. If you want to buy some merch from us, then just go to projectmeta.online.wixsite.com/projectmeta.
You got it!
Hey! And if you'd like to save 10%, use coupon code SIDEBAR.
Hell yeah! Woo! Also, on YouTube, Quick Sidebar, we have 3 sketches out now. They're hilarious.
well, they're skits. So
It's not very attractive to
Sorry.
to call your own stuff
You're right.
hilarious.
You're right. We have 3 sketches out now. They suck. Don't bother.
yeah, don't and unsubscribe from this. Why are you listening still?
Yeah. Turn
it off.
We do this for ourselves. We want to talk to the void. Please go away.
We aren't doing this for you.
We're doing it. We're doing this for ourselves. Because then we all listen to the podcast. We all talk about it the next day. Hey, you hear this part when Jake said this and Bradley said that, and that's true.
And the only other part that's fun about listening to Quick Sidebar is then listening to Adam's Sidebar.
Yeah.
And figuring out the things that we missed.
Yeah, the
when
more we
recorded.
bring this up, the more this would be kind of funny to
I
try
really
and
want
see.
this to happen.
Just him reacting by himself. Check out Bill Burr. It's called Monday Morning Podcast, and he goes, "Hey, it's Bill Burr. It's Monday morning. How you doing?" Every time.
Not a sponsor.
No, I don't.
I almost just said not a sidebar. Like my brain almost just told me to
One
say
of those
that.
days, I said Thanksgiving 100% confidently and have no recollection of it.
You know what? Who knows?
You guys could be lying to me right now, and I'd be like completely buying it. I go back and listen, and I say Valentine's Day. I'm like, you fucks.
Dude, it honestly could have been I maybe heard it wrong. That's a tough thing to hear
I
wrong.
didn't hear
but-
it, so.
I mean, if we
let's
play
be
this
honest.
back and you're the one who said Thanksgiving first,
Yeah.
and I said Valentine's Day, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Kademi.
All right, so tune in next week if
find
I'm
out what
around.
happens.
If I'm around,
Yeah.
it means I was right.
No, we'll keep Jake alive.
I mean, you guys already know
podcast.
because you can just rewind, but.
You listening, Adam? You know. Well, you're here when it happened. What happened there, Adam? Did I say Thanksgiving?
You said Thanksgiving.
Hey!
All right, our fact checker spoke, and I said Thanksgiving. I honestly have zero. That's pretty scary. Zero recollection. Follow us on socials.
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter at quick_sidebar, and Facebook is just Quick Sidebar.
Yeah.
Like and share our videos if you like them. Share them with your friends. Give them a laugh. Brighten their day with our stupidity.
Also, I don't know if I'm overstepping my bounds here, but if you liked our Sideman and want to hear more of our Sideman, email us.
Yeah. Do you like having the side man? We can incorporate it more. We can fire him. Honestly, at this point, we're not that dependent. It's an easy break. But if you want to keep him around,
Yeah.
let us know.
It'll be the new, Curtis? I don't remember his name.
Curtis.
Curtis. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
staging
a shame what
Curtis.
happened to him.
Yeah.
Friggin' Curtis.
We're trying to. We're Curtis too.
Curtis 2.0.
I'll take it.
2.0. Yeah, let us know what you want to hear us talk about. Also, something that I want to bring up that we playing, the idea of doing a live recording for people. That'd be kind of fun. Let us know if that's something that you'd be interested in. People out there, email us. God,
Yeah.
send us a message.
I want to see an email in our mailbox besides SoundCloud.
We'd love to
letting
do-
us know that we paid for our membership.
We'd love to talk about your ideas
That's
or
depressing.
do a live show for you, but you got to let us know.
Let us know.
Quicksidebar@gmail.com.
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 All right.
Quicksidebar@gmail.net.
Damn it. God. Fuck.